Action. Hey guys, so we're gonna take a look at the printer here and get the print head apart, and we're gonna throw those upgrades I showed you earlier in, and then we can put some carbon fiber in and try to print some stuff. So yeah, I'll get you turned around and show you what I'm doing. So there's our print head. So first step is to pull the cover off. And then there's a wire right here, just unplugs like this. Now this whole assembly comes out of the way, and we can just set it down here on the print bed, that's fine. Now we will take one of our utensils, and we're gonna depress the mechanism that holds the line in for the filament. Just like this, and then it pulls out. Just throw that out of the way. Okay. Next we have these two screws here for that device. We're going to pull those out. Same thing, we can set those on the bed. Now we got these two plug-ins here for the hot end. We're going to unplug those. There. And there. And then we have a ribbon plug right here as well. So we got to unplug that. Just like that. And then we're going to unplug this one too, because I believe this whole board's going to come out of there. So we're going to unplug all of the stuffs. Another thing, make sure you shut your machine off first, okay? We're going to do that now. I'm sure if I had the software running, it would have been throwing all kinds of codes and error messages at me. Okay, just like that. Now we've got a screw here and here. We're going to pull those out. Try not to lose them. Okay, then we got this little guy here for the cutter we got to get loose. So this screw comes out, and then it lets this arm for the cutter come all the way out like this, which in turn takes your blade out, just like that. Now this should, if I remember correctly, come on out of there. Nope, I'm missing some screws. Okay, let me look at it. I think we gotta pull the two screws. Oh, okay, I see them. They're right here. One's right here. Yep. Okay, and that's it. It's 3. And there we go. They're is our hot end with our gear assembly on the back as well. There's our gear up here. So I actually didn't need to unplug this ribbon. This board stays there. I didn't remember that from the last time. So let's plug that back in. Very gently. Just like so. I think that's on there. Let me look at it. Yep, all right. Okay, I'm going to get you set up over my mat here, and we will tear into the hot end assembly here. All right, guys, we're back. Got the assembly here. I called it the hot end assembly. I don't know why. I guess I would call it the printer head assembly. Anyways, I'll get you flopped down so you can see the mat. Okay, now you can see what I'm doing. So the hot end is really easy. That's the easy part. It's just these two screws right here and here. And then you've got this wire that goes to this little clip here to kind of keep it tidy, just like that. Now this should pull out of there just like that. So there's our drive and there's our hot end. So this one is stainless steel and it's 0.4, so 0.2 smaller than the other one. So it's not recommended to try to run carbon fiber filaments through this. So I'm gonna set that off to the side, and when we're done with this, then we can put our hot end on. Let me grab our gear assembly here. Hardened steel extruder gear assembly. Extruder gear, that's what this will be. Okay. So let's get our parts out. So we got some bearings. They both look like they're the same size. And then we've got our black hardened extruder gears here. Same thing here. Okay. So next thing is we're going to pull out these 4 screws right here. Okay, this should pull apart now. Just like that. So you can see the difference. Let me set this down. And we're going to change that bearing with that one just because we got new ones. Why wouldn't we? So I'll show you the difference. You can see how this one is stainless. See how the color is silver? And this one is hardened steel. So they do that by heating it and then oil quenching it. And this is not heated and oil quenched. So this side of things, really easy. Obviously, we can just change that bearing out, go like this, Just kind of get in there like this. And just kind of pry that out of there. It might be a rascal. It's kind of acting like it's being a rascal. Just try not to break your tool, try not to break the plastic piece. It feels like it had moved a little bit. Okay, let's try a different tool here. Maybe we can get the pliers in there with something sturdier. Let's try that. No way. Try the next size up here. Oh, there we go. I got it free. Here you go. See how it's starting to come up out of there now? Can you see that? There we go. Okay. So old bearing out. And I'm going to hurry up and throw a new one in now. So it's ready to go. I don't know if this is actually recommended, but I feel like my mind tells me to maybe take a hair of this Tamiya grease. Which we have bamboo lab grease that came with the printer, but this is just as good. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that right there, right where that shaft sits in that bearing. And I don't feel like that's a bad thing. I don't feel like it could hurt. So there we go. That piece is ready to go now. Okay. Now we got this guy here. So what we gotta do is we gotta back this screw out here, and what that does is that puts tension on the clamping system that pulls that plastic through. So we're gonna back this off. Just like that, and you can see it got floppy. See that? So now you can just let that spring fall out. Okay, and then this guy you just saw just kind of falls out just like that. And remember the orientation, that went that side down, gear up. We'll take a little bit of that Tamiya grease, put it on there, and then you know what? First, I lied. Let's change that other bearing first. One right there. This one's gonna be a little easier because we can go like this. I'm gonna wipe that Tamiya grease back off of there. Okay. I got a towel over here. Okay. All right. Sorry about moving the table. Okay. This one's gonna be easy. Let's see here. I got a. Let's see. Does this fit? It does. Okay. 4.0 box tool. And you know my typical move if you've been watching my channel. You gotta breathe your power out and boom, bearing out. Okay. Now we just pop a new one in. Let it fall down in the spot. Just like that. And now we want to take something softer to put it back in. We're not trying to hurt it. We don't mind when we're just getting it out, doesn't matter. But to get it in, we don't want to damage it. So we're going to take something that's a little bit bigger around, like this guy here, and then we're going to gently push that back down in. Okay, now we can re-grease this. Okay, drop this guy in. Okay, now our spring goes back in the hole like this, just like that. And then we're going to run our tensioner back in a bit. Actually, I'll run it in all the way. Oh, okay. I thought I was missing something here. Okay, so don't lose that. That takes up the space. That's my bad. Now we're learning together. I didn't lose that last time, but I lost it this time, clearly. So that goes in the spring up here, so that way the screw has something to hit. Ding dong. Okay, let's get that back together now, like this. Okay. Now we get this in there the right way, like that. Now we can tighten this back up. There we go. Okay, now that's back together. Now it's just a matter of reassembling. So we're going to take this piece and we're going to put it back together just like this. Just like that. It went together smoothly, no issues. It spins, no issues. So now I'll put the screws back in. And there you have it. Now we can grab the new nozzle. Okay. And it will go just like this. Okay. Just like that. It's kind of weird getting them wires to fit just right. There we go. Now we'll slip this wire underneath that little management, just like that. Actually, I'm going to pull this one in first. Actually, it almost seems like it's too short. I hope that's not going to be an issue. Guess we'll find out. I guess this does go in first. Just like that. Okay. No, I don't like that. Let's pull this out, bring this around like this. That way, yeah. I'm gonna pull this up, it holds that in, huh? There we go. Okay. Now our screws go back in, just like this. There we go. And remember, tight's tight, too tight's busted. Okay, now we're ready to head back over to the machine. I'll see you over there. Okay, we're back at the machine here, and we're going to repeat the disassembly process, but backwards. So we're going to take this guy, and we're going to sneak him back in there. Just like that. It's that easy. Okay. So we'll get our screws in. 3 of those. This guy here. And this guy here. Okay. And now this guy down here. Now I'm going to plug in our connectors while we can get to them. So we got this one here. Okay. Now we got this one is the bottom one, the shorter one. And it is not too short. It just seemed shorter out of the machine. Okay. Now this one. And it goes the next one down. Like that. Kind of pack that wire in there a little bit. Okay. Just like that. There we go. Okay. Now we can bring this back up. So we're going to swing up. And at the same time, align that in the slot. There we go. Push that in. Now you run your screw in until it stops. And there we go. Now that's our filament cutter reassembled. Now we can put our tube guide back on. So that's going to go up here. Oh, don't lose the screw, Wayne. Let me grab my tool. Okay, there we go. Okay, one screw in. Now another. Oh, there we go. Tighten that guy up. Tighten this guy up. Make sure this works. Sure it does. Okay. Now we can take our tube and sneak him back in. Just like that. Okay. Now we just got to put our faceplate back on. And that's just this wire right here goes into that top slot. And cool. There you go. And there you have it, guys. How to upgrade your print nozzle to do carbon fiber filaments. Yeah. So next I'll get that fancy texture plate I showed you guys earlier out, and we'll do the peel, and then we'll try to print something. Yeah. So thanks for watching this little segment, and see you.